Hello, we've replaced our wet and windy weather with something a lot quieter. But fog has become an issue. It lingered all day on Tuesday through some parts of the central belt of Scotland. It'll be a problem as we go into Wednesday and Thursday as well, particularly in the north. And it's freezing fog. That's more dangerous. Some really tricky travelling conditions because temperatures have been plummeting as well through the nights. This was Tuesday morning's temperatures, -9 in places, a really hard frost, and it's because of high pressure, and that is drifting further southwards, so it's cutting off this really key northeast wind we've had, and it means that we'll see some issues with potential fog and freezing conditions further south as well. But the hard frost Wednesday morning is in the north. The fog may well linger once again and be reluctant to clear, particularly Scotland, Northern Ireland, perhaps parts of Northern England. But we might see a little bit more brightness coming through the clouds further south. But again, it is largely cloudy. There could be a few showers, particularly for southern parts of Devon and Cornwall. And again, some rain perhaps across Shetland with a slightly milder wind direction here. And that's all circulating this area of high pressure, I should say. So again, under the clear skies, Wednesday night's another cold one, a hard frost in places. And even further south where we see some breaks in the cloud, we'll see some pockets of frost and fog. Freezing fog again Thursday. Perhaps we pick up a bit more cloud across eastern areas. We're also starting to pick up a drift of southwesterly winds across the north and west. So it might not be quite as cold on Thursday. It might be cloudier, thicker cloud for Northern Ireland as well. But we're chasing that cloud around. So the devil's in the detail at the moment, but cold where the fog lingers. Now, by the time we get to the end of Thursday, that high is starting to relinquish its grip. It drifts a little bit further eastwards, allowing these weather fronts to get a little closer to our shores. So again, a chilly start, some patchy fog around on Friday morning, just about anywhere. But through the day, we'll see this weather front pepping up. And it does look a little bit more significant, this weather front, for the northern and western Isles. Ahead of it, as I say, it's cold, there's a lot of cloud, but it's certainly dry again for the majority. And as that weather front clears through, we get a brief northwesterly blast of winds, so the showers will turn a little bit more wintry over the Scottish mountains, but it will allow the brighter skies to return here and eventually across England and Wales as well. We should see more sunshine, just a few showers compared with what we've had so far this week. But it's going to be another chilly day, another chilly weekend actually. We see more rain or showery rain coming into the north later on Sunday, because by then the jet stream's starting to strengthen across the northern half of the UK. So that'll start to usher in those weather fronts. And also, as we move into the following week, we start to see a branch of the jet stream strengthening to the southwest of the UK. So what does that mean? It means that we'll have weather fronts approaching from both the north and indeed the southwest as we move into next week. So the weather's gradually going to start to turn more unsettled because high pressure does return for a while, but really midweek onwards, it's likely that we'll see more wind and more rain, certainly more rain as you can see on these weather charts. But again, it's a long way off at this stage. What it does show is that the slightly less cold conditions coming in for the second part of the weekend. There's a bit more sunshine in the south, but it's a more unsettled looking picture, showery picture further north, and then beyond that across many areas. And until then, it stays mainly dry and settled, but we do have some really sharp frosts to come overnight and some patchy freezing fog, making conditions quite hazardous on the roads.